Like Silent Hill 2 is like baby's first Silent Hill. You said, well, everyone says it's fun with a friend, and that's literally it.
Who tell me they like Resident Evil 5? You're wrong. That game is terrible. It's ass. It's garbage. It's doo-doo. It's that stuff that comes out of your butthole. It's shit. Number 2, it is a garbage game. Stop buying video games on day one. Stop buying them on day one launch, because these games are most likely buggy as all hell.
Rockstar does the same thing where you could, like, Steam, you purchase something on Steam, and then you try to open it, and it's like, oh no, you need this other third-party launcher. And it's like, what? Earlier, in Resident Evil 1, where Chris laughs at Wesker, and he's like, Wesker's like, Chris, stop it!
Joined by the illustrious, smart, and laid-back Kelsey Fearless. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everyone around the world. I am your neighborhood beard bro, Mr. Kennedy, and I am joined once again by the beautiful, illustrious, smart, and laid-back Fearless. How are you today, Kelsey?
Oh, I am excellent, Ken. How are you today? How are you doing?
I'm making it through. You know, I'm the Iron Man.
You sure are.
Just trying to keep up what's going on around here. But anyways, welcome to episode 22 of the Hot Takes podcast. 22 of these things so far. 22.
Yes, I thought it was 21. No, we're way more. We're way farther ahead than I thought. I was like, wow, it's old enough to drink in America now. And then I was like, wait a minute, I've made this joke.
You know, the funny thing is, I think maybe about 8 more episodes, and we'll be tied for the first podcast that I did way.
Oh yeah,
man,
that's awesome.
I only did 30 episodes of this stuff. But
yes, we're almost there then.
Welcome in. We got a lot of things to talk about today, but first, I want to get this out here. Let's talk about PlayStation, PSN, PlayStation. I know that y'all are in here. I know y'all been going through it the past couple of days with PSN being down. I don't know if y'all can keep me updated and let me know if it's back up yet.
Yeah, I think it is back up now.
Is it?
Yep.
Holy.
Yep,
crap.
It's back up. PC gamers keep on winning, though.
Yeah,
geez.
It's crazy that this outage went out February 7th, and it lasted until the 9th. You know, so it was
yeah, that's like wild.
That's
wild, honestly.
And the reason I found out is out, you know, the Dead by Daylight group. People are like, we can't play online. What's going on? We can't log in.
Oh yeah, okay.
And you know, it was probably another cyber attack. And all Sony kept giving us vague answers like, we are aware of the issues, but they weren't updating people. They weren't telling people what was going on. Typical Sony bullshit. And it said that it was a report of over 14,000 people who were affected by that. And it's probably much more as the day went on.
Oh yeah, way more. Way more. And you know what? Like, it's such a good thing. Like, and this is why we didn't want Sony, like, we didn't want PSN accounts tied to Steam games. And all the, you know, this is why we didn't want it. This is exactly why. If Steam goes down, like, also, when does Steam go down? But, like, if it does, like, I still have all my games. It's fine. I mean, like, I can't play online, but I might still be able to, depending on if it's another game server. It depends, you know?
That's why I'm glad that Sony smartened up when it came to that. They finally ditched it because they were probably tired of people jumping on their ass. You know, people from PC that's like, man, stop to get a PSN account in order to play these games. Yeah, but it looks like everything is good, but it looks like these things aren't so secure like they try to keep pushing. If people can just...
Have they said what it is?
No. All they did was just give a vague answer. We're aware of the issues.
They're Japanese, though. Like, they probably won't anyways. So,
It's crazy, you know. And the thing is that sucks about these types of things is, at least reimburse people when this happens. We're getting
Yeah.
to it. Igor, we're getting to it. It's in the notes.
We're getting to it, Igor. Don't worry.
Yeah,
no worries. Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll be talking about that in the episode.
Yeah.
So hold your horses, man. Get some popcorn and kick back, and
we'll get it.
we will definitely
relax.
Yeah. So I'm glad everything is back up and running. I just kind of wish that they would, reimburse people, give them something, give them some money back for their problem, give them a free game or something.
PlayStation doesn't even do refunds. Come on now.
Yeah, that is true. Remember the cyber attack in 2011? It was, and it was worse then because people were taking their money, like they were buying stuff with people's account, and Sony wasn't even giving them their money back.
No, I think they gave away free games. We were kind of talking about this on my stream. I think they gave away free games. Thanks, all my info's leaked. Like, thanks.
Yeah. And it's
thanks for the games.
A lot of people were noticing, charges coming up in their accounts and stuff. People are buying games, and nostalgia, you're grounded, man. I like Dead by Daylight, man. You go to your room and you think about what you just said.
Yeah.
But so I'm glad it's back up for everybody. Good. Anyways, though, let's move on here, because this is probably going to be, I don't know what's going on in the gaming industry. There's a lot of layoffs going on here. Everywhere you turn,
everything's flopping.
Somebody's taking the L.
The year flops.
It's crazy. It's like, I'm reading here because I'm a football fan, so I had to throw this in here. It says Football Manager 25 canceled as fans call it the biggest mess in gaming history. Even bigger than Concord, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Concord.
It's funny it's funny how that became the measuring stick.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's behind the popular football gaming series, which, it can't be that popular. I never heard of it. Football Manager has announced that the upcoming version FM25 has been canceled in a move that most fans predicted would happen months ago.
Oh, they knew it.
It was announced back in October of last year, but it was delayed a few weeks.
Oh, it's Sega too. Ooh.
That's right. I just read that. It is Sega.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I don't know.
That sucks.
I don't know what Sega is doing. I don't know what they're trying to do.
I don't know.
I know that we talked.
Like, they just screwed up by pulling out all their games.
They pulled all their games off of all of the stores, and it just makes me think they're trying to do a subscription thing. I know it's rumored.
They are, yeah.
But to cancel a game like that, I don't know what's going on over there. But it was delayed for a few weeks until November 26th due to issues creating the game using a brand new system. So it probably played like shit.
But the thing is all the, you were like Football Manager 25. I've never heard that. And it's kind of like, and my immediate thought was like, well, yeah, because all the top sports games are all licensed. Like, they all have the actual players' likenesses, and they actually work with the season, and they change. Like, they're so complex, but they're, like, pretty much endorsed and sponsored by, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not really need.
That is true. Those days of making sports games of, people like a famous basketball player, football player, those days are over. Like, they're throwing out the licenses.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you talk about sports games, they got, 2K got that on lock.
So, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Exactly. Or like we had the Madden series. I think there aren't any more Madden games, are there? I think they just stopped making them.
Nah.
Are they still are? Oh, they didn't stop.
Yeah.
I don't know what it must have been then, but that's what I'm saying. Like they have like every sport has multiple like license and then non like yeah, you can't compete, Sega. Sorry.
I don't I don't know what Sega plans on doing, but I remember reading somewhere that the folks at Xbox at Microsoft thought it was a good idea that the path that they're going down, that Sega's going down. I'm like, so you're gonna follow them?
Yeah, really?
Like, when was the last?
That's an idea, I guess.
Like, I don't know what we talking about Microsoft a little later. Like, I don't know what the hell's going
Oh
on
yeah,
with them. Like, honestly,
they don't even know.
yeah.
They're gone. Exactly. Nostalgia. Oh my god.
Stay gone. I like that. Stay
Yeah,
gone.
that's funny.
But yeah, let's move on here. This is the one that you sent me. It said another Bloodborne fan project gets a legal takedown treatment, sparking speculation on an official remake coming. That doesn't mean that that's coming. This,
No, but it's always speculation. Yeah,
let's
yeah,
let's hold our horses here. You know,
yeah,
but it says that the Bloodborne PSX demake, it was a demake fan project,
yeah,
was created by tech artist and engineer Lilith Walther, become the latest legal takedown victim. It says, you may recall, took the S4 Classic back to its PlayStation roots. So it's like it's Bloodborne, but in PlayStation graphics, PlayStation 1.
yeah.
And it said that it took this person 3 years to make that. Holy crap.
Wow.
It said they were hit.
Yep.
They were hit with
Yep.
they were hit with a copyright claim by Marscan Entertainment, threatening them to take the thing down.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is like fuck, man. Oh, Ezio in chat says he sells Bloodborne demake installed. That's interesting. I'd like to see it. But yeah, like why do they hate Bloodborne? Like people have been begging and pleading, like even for like I just got into Soulsborne games. Like I just got into Souls games. And like everyone's like, you gotta play Bloodborne, you gotta play Bloodborne, and I'm like, I can't. Well, I probably could. I could probably emulate it. I'm pretty sure PS3 emulators are probably where they need to be now, but
I mean, they're still struggling to get it to work. They are struggling with
yeah,
that.
but I mean, they still struggle with the N64, so
Yeah, that is true. Like even as far, because the 6 came out in '97, and they're still struggling to get a good emulator. And the Dreamcast, when it came out in '99. But do you think that it's because they want to try to remake the game? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, I don't know. But yeah, Ezio did say the Bloodborne is still Sony IP. Yeah, so it is, but like the thing is I'm not sure because like Gabe just struck that deal like what last year for us to get all the Sony exclusives onto PC. Like we got so many PlayStation exclusives last year. So I am wondering, like I'm curious if they're going to be porting older games now onto PC.
Well,
I'm curious about that, if they're going to port older games.
I know that Sony is making moves. We'll be talking about that a little bit later, because we'll be talking about that later. But we got to move on here, because I want to talk about, because I know that Igor touched on it earlier. Give me just 1 second here. Resident Evil Reverse.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Resident Evil Reverse has been shut down permanently. And I still don't know who the hell played that game.
What a mercy kill. What a mercy kill. Way too late.
It said it'll be shutting down on June 29th of this year.
Oh boy. To everyone, like, okay. Who's upset about it right now?
I don't think anybody is, honestly.
I know, like, man, that thing, like, I think they were just keeping that alive at Pride.
Yeah.
Like, two people, yeah.
It says that,
Man.
I mean, less than 3 years. It hasn't even been out 3 years yet, and they're already shutting it down.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it says on February 5th, just 3.5 months following the game's second anniversary, Capcom announced that Resident Evil Rebirth will be shutting down its servers. And they're scheduled to go off June 29th, and all of the DLC that's in the stores will all be taken down as well.
Like, you know it's bad when that was literally, the game was forced upon you. Like, that came with what? Resident Evil 3, I think?
No. What did that come with Resident Evil 3, the remake?
I'm pretty sure it came.
I think it did.
I think it was Rebirth. Yeah, okay, folks, yeah, RE3, like, that's why I have it. Like, you know it's bad when they gave it away.
Yeah, when you download the remake, it reverse ends up in your store.
It was automatically in.
Yeah. So
yeah, I remember being like, what the hell is this?
Well, for those people who don't know what that is, think of like Resident Evil's version of Dead by Daylight. It's like a 4-on-1.
Yeah.
You know, it's a 4-on-1 type game where you have a mastermind setting up
like an asymmetrical, yeah.
Yeah. Which it could
just doesn't work. There's so many cooler multiplayers. We could have had another Resident Evil Outbreak. Imagine.
Oh, that would have been nice. I mean, that's the thing,
right?
Like, it could have worked if they didn't half-ass it. You know, I just felt like
I did not.
They tacked something on there because Resident Evil 3 remake was so hollow. Not so much content from the original one.
Yeah.
You know, they was like, oh, we gotta.
That's what I'm saying.
We gotta put something in there. And I tried it a couple of times, and it's still, even though it comes from Resident Evil 3, it's the Resident Evil 2 engine. Like if you realize how they run and how they move, I'm like, that's the Resident Evil 2 engine.
Oh, of course it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It could have been something that worked, but you know, it's a hit and a miss. Capcom these days, they're doing pretty good for themselves, so I don't really have much negative things to say about them. And on a side note,
yeah, exactly.
On a side note, I gotta come on here and I gotta kind of retract some of my words that I said when I was talking about Monster Hunter and how it bored me to tears.
Oh,
I finally.
What's this?
Finally got a hold of Monster Hunter Rise on PC. I've been playing the shit out of that game for weeks. Like,
yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I picked that up, and I was like the whole samurai setting and stuff like that. I was like, yo, this is pretty cool, man.
He was sold. Yep. Stella said, yep, converted.
So
I saw that. Yep.
I will admit I was wrong about that. Mr. Kennedy is wrong every now and again. Sorry about that.
Yep. That's okay. That's okay. It's good to admit you're wrong, you know, because now you're right.
That's the only way that they can go there. But yeah, it's crazy because that's a handheld port, and the fact that it looks that damn good on PC is insane. Like, they must have rebuilt that game from the ground up. That can't be a port.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I had.
Fuck, man,
I can't wait to get back into that. Ain't it funny how you're playing a Souls game? You're playing Elden Ring, which is a grind heavy game, and I'm playing
I know.
Monster Hunter Rise, which is a grind heavy game.
Yeah, I know, and they're like both so out of our usual element, like so out of our usual for games.
Yeah, not a damn horror game in this. Damn, Ezio 700 hours, man.
Yeah.
700 hours in Monster
Man.
Hunter World. Yeah, it'll take me a while to get to that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm already at
Man.
like 40 something hours in Elden Ring nearly.
I
And I'm
mean,
going to be playing it after this stream. Like, after offline, like, I'm going to disappear.
you'd be jumping on that. I'll be like, where's Kelsey? I haven't seen her in a couple of days. She's been,
Yeah. Yeah.
through Elden Ring.
Yeah, like someone comes in, turns on the light. Yeah.
Like, Kelsey, get off that game.
Oh, offline. Are you playing Monster Hunters? Are you gonna be streaming after Ken?
No stream today.
No? Damn. Neither of us are.
I'm sorry about that, folks. A lot has been going on. I just wanted to make the show. I prefer to keep it private.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Kelsey, I'd like Kelsey know because she's awesome. But I prefer to keep it to myself. So,
oh yeah, you're doing great though.
Yeah, I won't be streaming at least this week. To be honest, I'm sorry about that.
Life comes first, man.
Yeah,
we'll be here.
I got to deal with life. It's just I love the podcast because the podcast always manages, gets me to forget about things, puts a smile on my face because I love you guys.
Oh, and we love you, Ken. We're here for you. Don't worry.
I appreciate it.
We'll be here when you get back, too. We'll all be waiting. So don't worry about it. Go deal with life first. You gotta do that, dude.
Definitely. Let's move on here. Let's talk about Microsoft.
Yeah.
What they're doing. It says here Microsoft's AI business is booming, but Xbox much as if we didn't already know that.
Yeah, right?
It says Microsoft's cloud and AI businesses are doing pretty well, and their impact is felt across the company. In its Q2 2025 earnings, Microsoft announced a revenue of $69.6 billion for the quarter.
Oh.
And it's up 12% from last year, with the net income of $24.1 billion. Holy crap.
Holy.
It says for the AI business, this is Satya Nadella, as I like to call him.
I was waiting for Nutella. Yeah.
It's a statement that it has surpassed its annual run rate of $13 billion, up 175% year over year. It says that the company's gaming revenue didn't fare so well. Gaming revenue declined 7% and Xbox hardware revenue declined 29%.
Yeah.
And it says Microsoft has been moving away from its focus on its own hardware with messaging like this is an Xbox ad campaign bringing Xbox Studio games to other platforms.
Yeah, you can play Game Pass on anything.
29%. That is one hell of a drop.
Yeah, I know.
Holy crap! So they lost a lot of money on, and that segues into this. Since we're talking about them bringing their exclusives to other consoles, it looks like Gears of War is finally making its way to the PlayStation.
Finally. Wow.
Oh boy. It says, given the recent conversations had by Microsoft and the shift of the Forza series over to PlayStation, it wouldn't be a surprise to see more games jump over this year. It says that, as rumored on YouTube, the Gears of War Trilogy Collection will be released for PlayStation on day one alongside Xbox One and PC. And it will have...
Okay, then. All right, Microsoft.
So that's pretty much
just cutting it up and selling it out.
That's pretty much the last exclusive that they have, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Halo's already over there.
Gotta be getting close at least.
Yeah, Halo's already over there. Now they got Gears of War coming out over there.
Yeah.
The Forza series is over there. So it's like I don't think they have any more exclusives yet. They really are.
No.
Focusing on just
Yeah, I don't think so.
putting stuff on other consoles. Well, if you're an Xbox fan, you can't be happy with the direction these guys are taking.
Yeah, I know. Right? Like you lost the console war and they're profiting from that.
They are. I mean, it's in a way it keeps them relevant, but
Yeah.
if you ain't got nothing going on there, man, holy crap. But that's the latest news on Xbox. Just expect to keep seeing exclusives.
Yep.
Because I know that they had for a while there, because I know that PlayStation has the Uncharted series. But for a while there,
Yeah.
Xbox had a hold on the Tomb Raider series for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
But
before we started seeing that, but yeah, it's over for Microsoft. It's over for Xbox.
yeah, it is.
It's done.
Yeah. No more exclusive, no more Xbox. Like it's just gonna be a game streaming platform.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
It's all nostalgia. Like Killzone, they already put a nail in that coffin. They said that they had no interest
Yep.
in making another Killzone game ever again. Like this is coming straight from them. Resistance?
It's over for everyone.
Resistance, maybe, but yeah, they said Killzone, they're done. The creator that said he's done. He has no interest. And you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Halloween movie. Because if you go back and you look at the history behind that, John Carpenter had no interest in doing 2 or any more of the Halloween movies. The second one, they forced him. They forced him because they threatened to sue him. So he was forced to do the second one.
They forced his hand.
Yeah. Like they were going to sue him for everything he had. So he's like, all right. But yeah, the creator, he said, I just see no reason to make another Killzone. And
all right then, bud.
It is what it is. I guess the fans they didn't make enough of a no get another one. I don't know. Anyways, though, let's talk about the good old Capcom. We got a little bit more updates when it comes to the new Onimusha game that's coming out, which I'm so hyped about that. And we're also the Monster Hunter Wilds game, and we're getting another Capcom Fighting Collection game. I'm hyped about that.
Yeah, you're hyped about that, huh?
Anybody that knows.
Why? What's in that?
Capcom has some of the best fighting games in existence.
Yeah, they do.
Now, as far as Onimusha, it's called Onimusha Samurai's Destiny Remaster. It says, Onimusha Way of the Swords update. Additional details were shared on a brand new title in Capcom's legendary swordplay action series. It says, in this entry, the team is focusing on a cast of compelling characters, including a new protagonist and enemies to face off against. A dark fantasy is set in the Edo period, Kyoto. So I definitely know the Edo period. It's going to be more samurai stuff, samurai focus, which is what it always is. So it's not going to be Samanosuke. It's going to be a brand new protagonist.
Interesting.
That's what it says. That's the update. It says going to be based on historical life locations, the ultimate sword fighting action, delivering the visceral satisfaction of slicing through enemies. It's going to be a brand new. It's going to be a brand new protagonist. That's what it says here. So that doesn't mean that Samanosuke is not going to be in the game. They could be playing they could be going the route that they did with Devil May Cry 4. Dante is in that game, but you're playing as Nero most of it. So Samanosuke could be in. He's probably in the game, but probably you'll just be playing as somebody new. But I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for it because I want a new Onimusha, man.
Yeah.
Another update. The Capcom Fighting Collection launches on May 16th. And it comes with Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fighting Edition 2000 Pro. Oh my god, I love that game. Capcom.
Yeah.
So you got the Street Fighter characters versus Fatal Fury and King of Fighters and all of that stuff in the King of Fighters style of games, because you know you have the Marvel vs. Capcom, which is Capcom style of fighting, but then you have Capcom versus SNK, which is like SNK style.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's also going to come with Capcom SNK 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Power Stone, Power Stone 2, Project Justice, and Plasma Sword Nightmare of Bilstein. That last one I don't know, but those other games, I played the shit out of this stuff when I was growing up in the arcades. Oh my god!
Yeah, you play a lot of those, yeah.
Some of the best fighting games in existence. I love SNK. Back in the day, y'all remember those?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all much younger than me, but we used to have the
not that much.
we used to have the arcade cabinet that had multiple SNK games in there. Like you would have Metal Slug, you would have King of Fighters, Fatal Fury. That's where I got my first taste of that. Oh my god! Oh
yeah.
Man, those were the days. But if you like fighting, there you go. There's another dose of that.
There you go.
All right. Now we got to bring it down some, because we got a
yep.
Got a real story going on here. Teenage.
We haven't had crime in a while.
Yeah, we haven't had any crime stories in a while, so I figured we would dig up one. Teenage boy arrested.
Yeah.
Teenage boy arrested for stealing PlayStation at gunpoint. DC police. Now this happened a couple of months ago, November of last year. It said that a man flagged down the Metropolitan Police Department around 2:05 p.m. on November 2nd, 2024, and told the police that 42 blocks of 4th Street SC that he was there to meet someone that was supposed to be buying a console. He was supposed to be buying a console.
A PlayStation gaming console. That's so funny.
Yeah. It says the victim said that he and the suspect agreed to meet there because he couldn't drive because he's 16 years old. The 16-year-old suspect looked at the PlayStation and asked the man for his Cash App information so that he could buy it, and then the boy scrolled through his phone as if he was going to send over the money. Instead, the teenager he put the phone in his pocket and pulled out a gun, pointing at the victim.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Wow. It said the two then had a slight tug of war over the PlayStation box. Eventually, the victim let go of the box and the suspect fled with the PlayStation. It said on January 30th of this year, the 16-year-old was arrested and charged with armed robbery.
All right. If you ever buy shit online, saying this again, if you ever buy shit online, meet them in front of the police station. Yeah. Immediately you will know if you're going to get robbed or jacked or scammed or anything. You'll know.
Go to a public spot. Like, I don't know why.
Or like a McDonald's or something.
Yeah, I don't know why people agree to meet up at these places where nobody else is around. And thank God that man didn't get killed. Because you know how crazy people are. And it's like,
oh, they're fucking insane.
But the problem is that sucks is that it was a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
This man,
I know.
What the hell is going on?
Or PlayStation.
He pulls a gun out on this man. Like, come on, man. And now, I'm sorry, I hit the table. As a grown-ass adult, you would think that this guy would know. It's a 16-year-old child. You know damn well that kid ain't got no money.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
Where was the common sense in that stuff, man? Where do you think a kid is going to get $400, $500 from?
That's true. That's true.
If
That's true. I have no.
If I asked my dad for $600, he would tell me his life story.
God, right? Like, fuck, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see both of us immediately would have been like, suspect about it. But like, I don't have no self-preservation skills. I guess. Like, fuck.
That,
Like, I'm selling anything. Like, not your home
but
and
that,
not somewhere secluded.
but that should have given it away to that guy. Like he should have thought, okay, a 16-year-old kid doesn't have no money like that. So I don't understand how he didn't pick
Yeah.
up that something was funny there. You know,
Yeah. You never know. Like, kid could have a job or something though. But I mean, still, don't
even
just
if
like meet up in a public place.
even if a 16-year-old had a job like that, how long it would take a 16-year-old to save up that kind of money being a bag boy at Publix?
You never know.
Like they pay like what? Like I think like $11.50 for a bag boy these days. Who knows? Maybe he stole that money. Who
Not
knows?
bad.
But clearly,
Yeah, you never know. 40-hour week could
clearly
get that.
he didn't have no money. Clearly that this was planned. He knew what he was going in there for.
Yeah, exactly.
But thankfully nobody got hurt. That's the only thing that matters. The kid was
Yeah.
arrested, and now his life is ruined over a PlayStation.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Just just like to have that money and not work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's move on here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to drop that on y'all. There seems to be a of layoffs going in these companies. I don't know what's going on, but they're doing a lot of cutting and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Bioware veterans confirmed that they were laid off by EA, including the senior Dragon Age and Mass Effect devs, which doesn't sound too good. I mean, they're laying off the Mass Effect crew and Dragon Age. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't really surprise me though, because
Yeah, I know.
the newest Dragon Age game, holy crap, did it bomb.
Sucked. Fucking sucked. And like before that they had Anthem, and then what else did they have? The trash before that? Like they had a lot, like man.
The last Mass Effect game was garbage too.
Yeah. And Andromeda, Anthem, and then Dragon Age, yeah. Like, they're probably on thin fucking ice for Mass Effect.
Yeah, they said Electronic Arts announced a downsizing of BioWare yesterday, saw many employees being moved to other studios within the company while a core team continues to work on the next Mass Effect. So there is going to be another Mass Effect game.
Yeah, but they're on thin ice.
It says that
the thinnest of ice.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It says EA has declined to comment on whether the restructuring would also result in layoffs, but absolutely no one's surprised it has. It says some serious veteran talent. Wow. So damn. So I mean, meaning the last Dragon Age failed, the last Mass Effect was garbage. I don't even know what they plan on doing with this new one. And the funny thing is,
no, they're probably done after this.
The funny is, I remember when the very early stages of Dragon Age, because I was still working security for EA downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
And they were having people test the game out in its early stages, and I was hyped. I was like, a new Dragon Age, hell yeah! Because the last one, the last one we got was Inquisition, which was a good game.
Yeah, Origins was fucking crazy good.
Yeah, it was. And it's like I read reviews, and a lot of people, I mean, they crapped all over this game.
Deserved, though. Deserved. Now, honestly, I
haven't had a chance to play it, so maybe you can tell me, why it's bad.
It just went full woke. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
To the point
good
it's
God.
throwing it in your face and detracting from the actual story. Like, just one of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
say no
Yeah,
more.
that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would, like, you should actually look up reviews about it. You will hate it.
God.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah, like,
on,
look up reviews,
man.
Ken. You will cringe. You'll cringe and you'll be like, deserved. Like,
Man,
it's offensive to everyone.
I don't want that
It's
shit.
offensive to everyone. No one wants it.
I don't want that shit in my games, man. I just want to be
I
able
don't
to
even
get
think
in
the people it caters to wants it. Like, it's
like,
over.
like, did they not learn from Disney and the bullshit that they going through right now?
No.
Gee.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. I'm gonna have to look that up when I get off here. And then take
Yeah, your head is gonna shake so hard it's gonna be on a swivel, dude. Like, it was bad. It wasn't even tasteful. It wasn't, just, it was bad. Yep.
Man, you know what? EA deserves that L. Hold this L, bro. Hold that L, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, boy. Yeah, wow.
Yep. They're on thin ice.
And they're not the only team that's laying off people. There's plenty of companies that are downsizing, quote
So
unquote.
many.
Because they're getting rid of people.
So many.
They hired so many people over the COVID stuff that they don't need anymore. They're shutting down studios because they don't have enough money to keep this stuff open. And it's like, damn, what's going on with gaming, man?
They chase an agenda that no one wanted.
When you cater to one group, it just pisses everybody else off.
Yep. And then it pisses off the group you're catering to. Because they're like, oh, you're selling our identity. Nice. Like no one likes it. No one likes it.
Nobody does. Especially, keep that shit out of games, man. When I play a video game, I don't care about any of that other stuff. Just let me play and have fun.
Yep. Exactly.
Best thing I need is to be running into an NPC character that's like, oh, I'm non-binary. Don't call me that.
No, that's actually in the game.
Yeah, hold this LEA. That's as far as I'll go with that.
Yep.
I don't want to go off on
deserved, right? Deserved, yep.
I don't want to go off
deserved. There you go.
Hold the L. And if they pull that shit with the next Mass Effect, man, I'm shutting this shit off.
That's why they're on thin ice. And I'm honestly sure as soon as this happened, like all the writers and everyone were like sweating and just like started throwing design docs into the fucking fire. Like all the artists are throwing their work. Like, after Veil, exactly, Adzio. After Veilguard, I doubt they'll try that again. Yeah, I'm sure whatever they had going for Mass Effect, they probably scrapped so much of it.
I don't know, Ezio, man. Like we said, PlayStation and they're forcing the PSN accounts on people, and they tried to do that shit 4 times before they finally got the damn point. So it's like,
exactly.
You never know. Anyways, though, we got another article here. I don't know what's going on over there, but it says the EU proposes ban on video game sales to Russia and new sanctions. Did you read about that one?
Yep. I haven't, no, but like I already knew, like back when the war started and sanctions were put, there were a lot of Russian developers that were on like Kickstarter that were crowdfunded that like they lost all their income.
It's that bad.
A lot of indie devs. This was even at the start of the war, like Russian developers and stuff. Like I remember Ice Pick Lodge, who made the Pathologic games, they just announced a sequel, but like because of like they were crowdfunded. So because of the sanctions that happened since the war, they no longer could access any money. Like they couldn't develop anything. They had no income coming in now. So I would believe this, right? Like I believe this would be a next step.
Yeah, it's insane. It said Brussels back on January 29th. It says the European Commission included restrictions on sales of video games and joysticks to Russia in its 16th package of sanctions on Moscow. The proposal document showed the restrictions would impact the sales of consoles like Microsoft, Xbox, the Nintendo Switch, and the Sony PlayStation, video game controllers, flight simulator controllers, game pads, joysticks, and other import units for video game consoles or entertainment systems, either corded or cordless, shall be restricted, the proposal said. Why controllers, though?
Oh, probably just because there's probably third-party controllers, but like honestly, why the fuck does Russia care? Almost all of the game crackers are Russian. Like that's literally where 90% of pirated games are cracked from Russians. Why do they fucking care? Like Russians don't fucking play for any games anyways. Like you're not losing out on sales. Russians ain't paying for games anyways. Like, that is the number one place that pirated games get cracked. Like, who fucking cares? They're probably like, okay. It's not like we could ever afford to buy the games. You know, like, and nothing of value was lost, probably. Except to, like, the top 10% of people, like.
Wow, holy crap.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, this is
stupid.
And is going on out here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Let's move on here. Back to Sony.
Yes.
Because I want to talk about this. I don't know if you guys have noticed. It says that PlayStation Plus will stop giving out monthly PS4 games starting next year.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but it says the PlayStation Plus is moving away from offering its monthly PS4 games. Beginning in 2026, the subscription service will still offer them occasionally, but the main focus of the program will be PlayStation 5 games.
Nice.
The statement that they put here says many of our players are currently playing PS5 and have shifted towards redeeming and accessing PS5 titles from the monthly gaming and gaming catalog benefits PlayStation Plus.
Oh, sorry. I read it as in they were no longer giving away Sorry, I thought they were no longer giving away PS4 games, which meant it was done. Sorry, I was like, oh, they're just giving. Okay, no, they're changing. Okay, sorry.
Yes, it says PS4 games will no longer be the key benefit and will only be occasionally offered for the PlayStation Plus monthly games and game catalog starting in January 2026.
What the hell?
So it says occasionally, which means they're probably going to be doing that stuff. They're probably going to be doing that stuff like sparingly, so to speak.
Really? So, man, like, why though?
Well,
why?
I mean, they're trying to focus on the PS5. They do this all the time. Hey, Lori, they do.
But yeah, why aren't they giving away it though?
They said.
Anyway, sorry, I don't get it.
Yeah, they said in the statement that players are they're redeeming PS5 games, the PS4, like they're gravitated towards the PS5 stuff. So now they're trying to, take the PS4 stuff away.
Nostalgia says most of the games offer a PS4 and PS5 version, so it'll probably just be offering the PS5 version. Okay.
Yeah, you know what?
All right.
He has a point. Yeah, he has a point. He has a point. You got a point there.
I guess so, right? Like, there's no PS4 games. Are there PS4 games being made?
They still are, but it's like what they've been doing. They did it with Control, and they did it with Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3. Is that when you get it for the PS4, well, they did it for Xbox.
Oh, you can upgrade it.
You can just upgrade it,
right?
Yeah, because that's what they did.
Oh, right, you can.
When I had the Xbox,
yeah, you can.
I had Control on the one, and then I was able to upgrade it to the Series X. So I think
Nintendo is ass.
But at least Nintendo's coming out with new hardware.
I was gonna know, like, what the hell though? Like, Nintendo is absolute ass. What the fuck is that? Like, that is so fun. Like, what the hell, man? Like, they're like, buy it again.
Yeah.
Buy it again. Go ahead. Buy it again. Like,
Oh
oh,
my
you want
God.
this game? Buy it again. Oh, well, you have it on your old console. We're shutting down the eShop for that console. Buy it again.
Surprisingly,
You know?
they did have a sale. Nintendo actually did. The eShop actually had a sale on their games.
Yeah, or you got to pay a sub fee just to access it. Yes, exactly. Yeah,
He's like,
that's so funny.
stop calling me out. I buy
Yeah.
upgrades all the time.
Yeah, I know, but are you rebuying a Nintendo console and then rebuying every previous game you had on it? You're all right, Ezio. You're all right, man.
I just hope that they get a pull like they did with the new 3DS. For those of y'all that don't remember,
Yeah.
when the new 3DS came out, they started making games specifically for that console that couldn't be played on the older consoles.
Yeah.
So they were forced to buy the new one
Yeah.
in order to be able to play. And they started with the Xenoblade Chronicles game that came out for that system.
Yeah.
I just hope
And then there's Resident Evil 4 on every system that ever exists.
be putting it on the next consoles. Like, come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
this one I can't read, but I know that you sent this to me. I don't know if you have more on it. The Warner Bros. Video game division, because it's the first thing. I'm not paying for that.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, don't worry. Sorry, we can add that later. Don't worry. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I sent you a paywall version. I am so sorry.
It's all good.
I'm so sorry. No worries. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about something real quick, because you and I said we was going to talk about this. About the state of what's going on here. In the video game
yeah.
world and these companies and stuff. So I'm gonna let you start because I need to get some water. Throat's getting dry.
Yeah, and then you can start and I'll get coffee. Perfect. Yeah. So like the end is nigh, and it is the exact same as Hollywood. And I always go back to that interview with Matt Damon. I think what I was talking about. You don't make money anymore. Like the death of physical copies was a huge death of revenue. And you can see in a lot of different ways the shift to subscription being the way to mitigate that loss of revenue. And it used to be fine. Like, I do think that games outlasted Hollywood by a long time for the switch to digital, right? Before it went subscription. But I think we're seeing the ring on the wall now where it's the beginning of the end. They tried to recoup their losses and they can't afford to keep having flop after flop after flop. And now they're getting to the point where they have like their guaranteed series that they know, like Dragon Age. Dragon Age should have been a seller. Like, that should have been great. It should have been fine. But lo and behold, the AAA big budget titles are now flopping. And so what do you have when everything's flopping and now you have to recoup your losses by cutting staff, and now you're going to make shittier games, and it's rolled into itself, and everyone put their eggs in the wrong baskets, and they pandered so much to the people who hate being pandered to the most. Yeah, the people who want you to fuck with their shit the least, they fucked with their shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's that, and the fact that they're basically repeating themselves. Like, we're in this whole thing where it's just all about remakes. That's all it is. They want to remake or remaster a game that nobody asked for, Sorry about that. Loud ass door. Sorry about that. Somebody outside. Um, they're repeating themselves. These games are kind of hollow. Y'all seen some of these games, man. The stories freaking suck. There's nobody cares about, and it just feels like coasting on the title. Even though I'm a Resident Evil fan, people talking about Resident Evil 9. I'm kind of have low expectations when it comes to that because Resident Evil 7 I didn't like. I hate Ethan Winters. I thought he's the most bland protagonist that series has ever had. The story was garbage. Resident Evil 8 was pretty bad. Village or whatever the hell you want to call it. Not really excited about it. And it's like these companies are creatively bankrupt, just like Hollywood. They can't come up with anything new because what else can we do? Graphically, we hit the wall. So you can't really make games. There's nothing in video games that they can do that's going to grab us. So they rely on,
Nope.
hey, let's remake this. Let's that game because they got nothing else going on. Or they take a game that was established and they fuck it up. Yo, by adding shit that nobody asked for.
That's the problem. That's the problem. They used to, like, things that they used to be able to take a gamble on, they can't anymore. Like, their surefire projects and everything, can't do it anymore. Like, they fucked themselves. Because now you're in such debt from all of that. And, yeah, laying off staff is your only thought, but, like, okay.
And that's
now you're gonna work a skeleton crew
and
to death.
That's another thing, though. Either it's remastering or they just keep releasing the same game over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like again, I love Resident Evil, but how many damn times are they going to keep putting Resident Evil 4 out here on these consoles? I beat it on the GameCube. I beat it on the PS2. I beat it on PS3. I beat it on Xbox One, Xbox Series.
Yep.
Now here we are here with the remake. And I'm like,
yep.
They keep releasing The Last of Us. They keep releasing the what's the other one? Red Dead Redemption. They keep releasing that everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like.
Yep.
And the thing is here, if they're gonna remake stuff that people ask for, like Dino Crisis. How many people?
Yeah, where's Dino Crisis remake? Fuck.
Or make
I want Dino Crisis remake so bad.
Or make a new one. Like imagine Crisis in this new engine now that they got.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, oh man, like it would be. Oh, yes, please. I would love a Dino Crisis in the Reach engine. Oh man. And you like Dino Crisis was great, but it was so cut and paste. There were like 3 enemies. Like,
you got games like Breath of Fire. You got games like Parasite Eve and Bushido Blade, and games like that who haven't had no love in like 20 years.
Right? And people would want them. But I mean, even still, but like we say that. But, like, how many games have they remade now that I'm sure people want that flopped?
Well, I mean, why do that when we could just remake a game, Horizon Zero Dawn, which was literally out for the PS4? It don't look no different to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, and that flopped.
When it's just...
No one want that.
It's I'm not going to say it's as bad as the video game Crash of 1983, but it's getting pretty close.
It is like it's really who can take the biggest financial hit right now and still come out, because that's kind of what it looks like for everyone.
And it's funny because Sony, they're already the PS6 and they're up and down that they're not going to get rid of the disc drive, that they're going to continue to make physical games. But I'm like, dude, like, it's all going to be digital. Like, it's all going to be digital.
Yeah.
There ain't going to be no physical games anymore. All of these...
There aren't, and that's a huge problem.
And
there are literally none.
And you look at the game stores, you look at GameStop, they just continue to hemorrhage money. They just keep bleeding money over and over and over because nobody's buying that stuff.
You go into GameStop though, and like, how many games are there to like? There's literally like barely any games in GameStop. It's
That's
just
true.
like a game merch store. It's a game merch store now.
Yeah, like they're selling cards now. They're selling Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and all of that crap. You know, that's what they're relying on now. And it's just, you know, selling. I mean, I like ramen noodles as much as the next guy does, but you're gonna go in there and buy a Son Goku noodle bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it right
or
a
like
Funko Pop.
Funko Pop. Holy fuck! And like, they're so like, it's literally a wall of them, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, even if you were looking for something specific, like, how would you ever find it? Like, it's just all these fucking dead-eyed fucking things just on the wall, just staring at you. Like, how can you even tell? Like, your pattern recognition is absolutely fucked by the soulless black eyes staring into you. Like,
yeah, those things are kind of kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, some of them are so creepy.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, there's just so much shit going on. Like, companies are going down. Like, I just read y'all that with Microsoft, 29% for the Xbox. It went down 29%.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, they're not putting anything new. They're not giving any reason to purchase more. So obviously, everyone who has one is probably, you know, everyone who has one is that's it for them, I guess. You know?
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know where we go from here. I mean, Steam, you know, PC will always be king. It'll always be around. But I just think that we're seeing a turning point for consoles that we're just never going to come back from. I think that we're nearing the end. Like once everything goes digital, I think that's going to be it for physical consoles. And on top of that, I think that
feels good to be PC.
I think we're going to be seeing, I mean, I'm just saying a prediction here. I'm going to say it now. We're going to be seeing a lot of companies being absorbed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absorbed, chopped up, like, yeah.
You know, we're going to be seeing, you know, companies like Sega go bye-bye and their stuff being bought and, you know, from software and Bioware and all of these companies.
Yeah.
They're just going to be absorbed into something else because there really is no need. You know, they're not making any money. Their games suck.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's just, and even
it's the end of the end.
You know, and it's like, if you are someone who likes physical games, which I do, you know, you can't really buy that shit. You can try to go to eBay and go to Amazon and look at some of the prices that these people charge for these games.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
For God's sakes, a copy of Silent Hill 3 PC, it's like they're charging like $500, $600 for that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, like collectibles, yeah, it's a whole scam. We talked about that once. But
these are just the regular games, though. Like, it's not even no collection. It's just a regular game. And they're like, hey, it's just Silent Hill 3. Know. And it's like, Ezio, you know, Bethesda is probably going to be one of those ones that get absorbed too. And they need to go away. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Bethesda needs to go away. You know, because
adapt or die, Bethesda.
They keep putting out the same games on the same damn engine. And it's like, I thought Nintendo was stubborn.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just, I don't know. I don't like the way this is going, and I'm just glad that I am in a PC.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is probably gonna be the Xbox Series X was probably the last console I'm ever gonna buy from this point.
Yeah. The last console was a PlayStation 2.
Yeah. So so when you look at everything that we just talked about, like, what do you predict for the video game market? Like, how do you think
Literally what you said, people are gonna get chopped up, absorbed, like sold out. Like that's what it's gonna do. Like, you know, that's it.
It's just bad, and we're just talking about for our country. Talking, you're in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the U.S. Imagine what it's like around the rest of the world.
Yep, exactly. Oh, exactly.
You got these live service games that they're trying to rely on now. It's not going to help you. I would much rather, like, I look at a game like Scars Above. Y'all seen when I was streaming that. That game it's not anything that's going to blow you away, but I had fun playing it because it had a compelling story. Why can't
it's an actual fun game, yeah.
These video game companies stop being graphics hounds and just focus on giving us a good story that doesn't pander to anybody? Just be creative. Give us something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the graphics race really screwed consoles over because they can't do anything else as well. Like, that's a huge one.
Besides VR, what else can they possibly do?
Yeah.
Everything is already at the peak of, like, I can pretty much look behind the can and see the name of the soda can that's on the ground. You know, the graphics are immaculate.
Yeah.
But you know,
it can't get better.
But you find out, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you go out and you get these games, and it's just boring as shit. Hollow, like
yeah.
Like I remember, I think I told y'all the story when I waited outside GameStop. I remember this years ago. I was waiting to get my hands on a copy of Final Fantasy 13. And I was like, oh man, I want to play this game. It looks so cool. I got a hold of that game. I played it for a few hours, and I was like, all right, this ain't it. This ain't happening. I tried the second day.
Yeah.
That shit is boring. Bland ass characters.
Yeah.
Bland ass fighting system. So all the game literally had is that it looked good.
Yep. That's what I mean. Like, they were soulless.
It's just, you're making people spend all this money on these games, and then the games aren't even that long. Like, you go and you get these games, it's like 5 hours, and then it's over.
Or they're like 50 hours, but like 50 hours of the most repetitive shit ever, and like 10 hours of actual game.
Yeah, that shit works for something like, you know, like Dynasty Warriors. It works for something like Monster Hunter because that's what those types of games are. You go through.
No, but I'm talking about RPGs that are like, go and collect every single rock in the game across all of them. That's what I mean. Like shit like that where you're just literally, it's just busy work. It's just busy work. That kind of shit. And it just artificially inflates the playtime.
When it's not that, they tack on half-ass multiplayer.
Yeah. Like one thing is when like whenever I buy a game or I'm looking to buy a game, I'll see how long like is the game, and like sometimes I'll see things like, oh, like, you know, like the how long to play website, it'll be like the main quest will be 10 hours, but in order to see everything, gamers will need to spend at least 50 hours, and I'm like, no, that's all filler. Like, that is all fucking filler. That should be the other way around. I should need 60 hours. You know?
Or they just cut out half of the game and sell it to you for DLC.
Resident Evil 3 should have been DLC, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. And that's why I don't like the Resident Evil 3 remake. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Yeah. They cut the game in half.
Yeah.
That game.
Oh, yeah, so bad.
It literally only takes you like maybe an hour and a half to beat that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, it should have been DLC.
No mercenaries, nothing. That's why they tacked on that reverse bullshit.
Yeah. Because apparently, Assassin's Creed, yeah, games like that are bad for the Bioware, yeah. Yep.
And then it's like, we forgot one more point here is the fact that they will milk a series to death.
Yeah.
That's what turned me off from Mario. That's what turned me off Pokemon. Because I was tired.
Yeah.
I was tired of seeing the same shit over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they don't let stuff breathe. That's why a lot of people are tired of Resident Evil, because they're tired of seeing, pretty much the same thing. And I love that series, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that I wouldn't mind if the series took a break so that they can focus on other things.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're talking about in Resident Evil 9, Leon being the main character. I'm like, again?
Yeah, right? Like, can we stop now?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I like the other Mr. Kennedy. He's cool. But Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6, and now 9. Chris is in 1. Chris is in 1. He's in 5. He's in 6. He's in
kind of in 7.
Yeah, he's kind of in 7 and 8.
He's in 8.
He's in Revelations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like the Giga Chad, give him a break.
Yeah, I know. Give us something different.
But they milk the same shit. That's why I hate Call of Duty. That's why I hate these first-person shooters, because it's like it's the same fucking game over and over again, just with a different title. Exactly. And you end up burning the crowd out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's so it's pretty bad. Things are going, and there's going to be a lot more layoffs.
Mm-hmm. I already know there are. I've already opened my news, and there's been more. So.
Yep. Downsizing folks, and it's like you got companies throwing away money, buying companies like Blizzard, who did dick. They didn't do anything. We talked about that. They didn't make nothing back from buying that.
Fuck ton of WoW though.
Man, they didn't get no money back from none of that stuff. That's what the hell.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's bad.
We'll see.
The video game stuff is bad, folks. Anyways, though.
We'll see, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of our notes there.
Yes.
It was a pretty quick show there. Thank you to everyone.
That's all right.
Thank you to everyone that showed episode 22 of the Hot Takes podcast. We will be back another 2 weeks for episode 23. And hopefully we'll have some more good stuff going on there.
Oh yeah, we'll have tons. I have tons I've seen, so
definitely
we'll be back on her.
I can always count on you guys to brighten up my day. You guys are awesome. Probably gonna lay my ass. But yeah, did you see that Lori said to check your DMs?
Oh no, I didn't, sorry.
Yeah, she said,
I thought she was talking to you, sorry. No, my bad.
Unless she calls me.
I can do that after.
Unless she calls me mom, I think she's probably tired. She was talking to you.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll check that later. Okay, sorry. I missed that.
Everybody, have a good day, and I will see y'all next time. Y'all know the deal. This thing edited and pushed out to the feed in about an hour. Y'all take care.
See you guys later. Bye.